Hi, welcome to Moose Jaw this week. I'm Lyle Johnson, your host, and today we've got our Rob Clark, the executive director of the Moose Jaw Chamber of Commerce, and he's going to talk about the MJBEX Awards. And it's nice to have that award system back, and it's nice that the chamber and the CAA take the time to um, modify and to present these things. So, congratulations on getting back on the airwaves, Robbie.
Yeah, really excited about it. And just by ticket sales at this point, still with, I guess, just under a month to go, we're past the halfway point of sales. So it's
Wow.
pretty exciting. And yeah, it's been a lot of work, but it's sure worthwhile to be able to recognize businesses on different categories within the community.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been quite a tradition over the years
Hmm.
since you started it that the chamber takes time and effort to recognize businesses, and of course, a lot of good things happen in our community. And I was just looking at the categories that you have this year because there's quite a few. And are there new categories, Rob? There's like 13 categories that people are nominated in, but you had over 100 nominations.
Yeah,
Uh,
112 nominations come in, and
wow.
we do have 13 categories. We did actually a few years ago. We did the newcomer one that came in. We also
Yeah.
we went back to the environmental steward, um, and probably not on there. I don't know if you, but we also have the People's Choice Award where the people can
Yep.
vote on that.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, it's been good. We also do the Businessman of the Year award, and we also do on top of that 13 Businessman Award and the Business Award and the Business Leader Awards. We got 15 of them. We go through that evening.
Yeah, because I don't see them on the list.
Yeah, those are the. I can tell you quickly. The Business of the Year is out of 100. Well, I guess we narrowed it down to roughly around 60 finalists. So out of that 60 finalists, whoever gets the top score becomes the Business Leader of the Year. The Businessman of the Year is our board actually will nominate somebody or choose somebody within the community in general. Don't have to be part of the submission process. So
Yeah.
those ones are done outside the judging process.
Well, I'm just going to list the names off here
Hmm.
of the awards, and then we can pick some highlights out of some of the reasons and some of the interesting businesses that have been selected there,
Hmm.
like Agriculture and Agribusiness Excellence Award, Business Innovation Award, Community Involvement Award, Environmental Stewardship Award, Impact Award, Job Creation Award, Marketing Award, New Business Venture Award, Newcomer Entrepreneur Award, Pillar of the Community Award, Service Excellence Award, Young Entrepreneur Award, and People's Choice Award, plus the two
Yeah.
Business and Businessman Awards. Um, those are really good categories, Rob. They at first look you might think they might be overlapping, but there are quite specific guidelines for each of them, so that there's not a duplication or not a confusion as to what
Mhm.
it is. And those are really good. Are these awards sponsored by any organizations in the community, or is
Yeah,
it all
they're
chamber stuff?
over the past few years. Well, since I've been here, it'd be 7 years, I guess, almost. Holy Mac, that seems like a short period ago. But anyway, the sponsors, I make a phone call and they're in. We haven't had anybody leave us, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody's in. We probably got a little bit. We probably have a few on the shelf there that are wanting to get to be part of this because I mean it's such an impact to the city and it's such a great event. But I can go quickly. Farm credit is the agriculture one. We got JGL, a business one. There we have all kinds of. I could go through the sponsors if you wish.
Sure.
Okay, so for the agriculture is Farm Credit. For business innovation is JGL. For the community futures is Jones Parkview Funeral Home. The environmental steward is sponsored by Scotiabank. The Impact Award, Blue Whale Financial. Job creation is SAS Polytechnic. The marketing is Murray GM. New business is sponsored by SaskTel. The Newcomer Award by Connexus Credit Union. Pillar of the Community Award is sponsored by the Moose Jaw Co-op. Service Excellence Award, CIBC. Young Entrepreneur is a Community Futures South Central. And the People's Choice Award is the City of Moose Jaw. So again, all of those people are all big parts of the community.
Yep. Oh yeah, and it's such a nice evening to celebrate the successes and the award, the certificates is created and generated for the people. It's really classy. You know, it's a worthwhile. People feel honored to be nominated, but they also feel really honored too when they win them.
Yeah. They no, it's good. We actually we try to do something different every year, just to, well, I don't want to say spice it up, but make it a little bit different. So, well, 3 years ago, I guess 2019 was the last one we held. We ended up throwing the red carpet in there. So Craig Hemingway, he's our Ryan Seacrest. So I pull people over and he interviews them, and we have a little bit of fun, but we also, how important it is for you to to be here this evening. So there's some really good comments, and of course he's a good interviewer, asking questions. So that was sort of nice. And then we also do those videos. So each one of these nominees will have a 30-second video to talk about, what's it like to, I guess the questions this year, what's it like to, be nominated or up for the award. And the other question is, what's it like, what do you see in 2022 in the future? So anyway, and then those all get played prior to each of the categories. So it's they get a lot of recognition. They also get to have a bit of an elevator speech about their businesses and what they do, and then just connecting and networking through the whole evening. So, and they they get dressed up, and like I said, it's a bit of a classy event and rewarding for, I think, the whole community.
Yeah, and you have great attendance. On the date for this is April
27th, Wednesday. It'll be held again at the Heritage Inn in Moose Jaw there.
Yeah, and it starts at 5:30.
5:30 to 6:30 is cocktails, and then supper 6:30 to 7:30, and then hopefully everything goes well at 7:30 to 9:30 is the awards.
Yeah, and that's really good. Again, you said it's a classy event, and I like the way that you present the whole or the whole event is just classy, and I think the community really, and they were looking for things to do. Our community wants things to do. They want to get out of the house. They want to get out and do something, and this is a really good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, we are social beings, and we want to get out and talk to people, and actually talk about your business and support and support other businesses as well.
Yeah. Now let's just talk about some of the specific awards, Robbie. We've got the People's Choice Award is because people can nominate their own organization or their own ideas of who they think. But where does that come from? How do you select which ones are going to be considered in your finalists?
I never did count all the nominees, but there's probably around 60 finalists. I'm sorry, finalists.
Yes.
So then what we do is we put all the finalists and we use SurveyMonkey. So I think it's I could be wrong in the time, but I think it's 24 hours before the event, and at 7 o'clock the night of the event before the awards go up, you can nominate or you can vote for one of these businesses. So that's how so then Heather that evening is tabulating the votes, and it could be any one of these 60. So it's whoever gets the votes is a People's Choice Award out of the nominees from a social media or from a SurveyMonkey survey.
Yeah. Wow. It's because I know it's exciting because it's like right now. I don't know how you get the thing typed out and printed.
Yeah. You can see that evening people are phoning their friends, vote for me.
Yeah.
It's still it's still a competition.
Yeah.
Which just sort of adds another element to the whole event, right?
Oh yeah, and it makes it fun and exciting. It's live, and which is something that we want to have is live. I think in person is the way to do this kind of thing because people, and some of the organizations that are nominated, they'll bring their staff along with them to the evening, and it's a nice way for them to say thank you to the staff for getting them to the position where they get nominated. And it's a good community building thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah, it is.
kudos to the chamber for doing it. Some organizations are perennial nominees because they are such good businesses. They
Mhm.
get nominated in different categories, but they also are every year they find new and inventive ways to get themselves nominated because of the good work that they do in the community. So it's like the Impact Award or the Marketing Award. These are ones where take a lot of creativity on the part of the organizations to get themselves in a position to being one of the finalists.
Mhm. Yeah, they in those two awards there, they really shine out to me. I mean, during the pandemic, which I don't like saying that word, but anyway, during the last couple of years, these guys had to have a marketing talent. They had to have innovation talent to survive. And if you think about it, if you go back, I get business license on closures and whatever from the city, and we didn't really lose a whole lot. So it really shows our community, the persistence, the resilience, and so part of that would be their marketing strategies, their innovation strategies. So it's really those two. Not that the other ones don't highlight, but I think those two for the last couple of years are very important on survival.
Yeah, and I think the fact that acknowledge the young entrepreneur, somebody
Mhm.
who's just getting into it, is it's hard enough to start a business, but
Yeah.
to come up with the idea and then create the organization and the support. It's the fact that the chamber takes time to recognize that. I think it's a really positive thing for the young people.
Yeah, no, it's good. I look at, oh, geez, maybe we got a few more board members, young board members with different ideas and different strategies, and so yeah, they are so important to our success, even as a city going forward.
What's the difference between a newcomer entrepreneur and a young entrepreneur? What's the
So
main
the
decide?
newcomer is newcomer to Canada.
Oh, newcomer
So
in
they have to
Canada.
be, and I think they have to be. I think they have to be in Canada within the last 7 years. They got to own the business. There's a certain percentage. I believe it's 51%. So we're just trying to showcase those new businesses that we're coming into as well. I mean, again, they're our future if they stay here, and they're invested here now too. So it's all about our future growth. And so anyway, yeah, we wanted to make sure we recognize them because, of course, as you can see, there's a lot more, settling in Moose Jaw now. So.
Yeah, our population base has changed in its
Mhm, mhm.
composition. I was noticing in Saskatchewan, but I guess Moose Jaw will be a reflection of this, that the number one language spoken in our country is English.
Mhm.
What do you think the number two language is?
You know, I'll tell you a really quick story. I used to work for a company out of Montreal, and I'd go down there all the time, and they're really multicultural in Montreal. And the finance minister, the finance director of finance for the company I worked for, he said French is number 7 on the list. There's
Yep.
all these other languages are ahead in certain areas of the Montrealan area. So I'm not really too sure what number 2 would be. I could maybe make a guess, but I might make a mistake on that one.
Well, it's the language of the Philippines.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, because that's the second most spoken language in a
Oh, is it?
home.
Yeah.
In
And most
in
of them can speak English as well.
yes, oh
You know,
yes, for sure.
they do have that. I
Yeah,
think, and then the East Indians that come over that I talk to, they've got a pretty good grasp on it.
yeah,
Some of our Chinese entrepreneurs are still, in Mandarin, but trying to learn the English language. So
yeah.
is
No,
that, I'm glad you told me that. I might use that I might do that as I can't remember what you call it, a trivia question there. Maybe
yeah,
learn something.
yeah.
I'll thank
Oh
Lyle for
sure,
getting
but
me to
they'll all
learn.
watch the show and know the answer. So we can only hope.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah. Impact. What's an impact award?
Well, so basically there's your how we come up with that. So there's a community involvement award, and of course, community involvement award. It was going to somebody that has lots of people involved in the business. Maybe have more capacity on the financial side, etc. And so we got thinking. Heather and I got thinking a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, or I guess probably longer than that since we missed 2 years. Is there's smaller businesses that have the same impact, but just a bit at a different ratio. And so this one here is for like nonprofits, for smaller businesses that still do the same thing, but maybe not to the level of volunteers and financially. So this is for the smaller business, for nonprofits, because they still play a major role in the impact of the community.
Well, I agree. It's a wonderful thing. Now we're coming to our last 5 minutes of the program. Is there anything? Where can people get tickets, and what do they cost, and that kind of thing?
Well, actually, you know what? We had to raise them like $5.
Okay.
$75 for forever, and we just because of food costs and whatever.
Yep.
I hate using that word, whatever, but I always do.
Yeah.
So we went up to 80. They can't call the chamber office. They can go to chamber.com. This year, what we did, and it seemed to sort of simplify it for Heather and myself. It was a long process, but we went to a software developer, Awardify it's called. So you can also go to awardify.com, and I believe the tickets are on there, but probably quicker and easier just to contact the chamber, 692-6414, chamber, mjchamber.com. You can even email the chamber, chamber at MJChamber. So any way you can do it, we'll make sure that you get tickets. And they are selling very fast at the moment.
Yeah. Is there a deal for a table of 8?
No, we just leave it as 80 times.
Okay.
80 times 8, which is what? 640.
Hey.
I did.
Hey,
back in my day, that was algebra. So anyway, I guess I must have been awake through my algebra classes.
Yeah. Who was your teacher?
I can't remember. That was a little while ago.
Oh, come on. Yeah. No,
I remember a few of them, but I can't remember algebra.
Oh, well, but at least the algebra stuck with you, and that's the important thing.
Yeah. I liked algebra and I liked history. Other than that, I was maybe a pretty weak student.
Yeah. Well, you were distracted by sports and athletics back then too.
Yeah. My attention span is not very solid either.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to sum up here that you've done a really good job of getting this out there, getting it organized again, getting people excited about being a participant, and recognizing these wonderful people. And we're all looking forward to that April Day,
27th.
27th.
Wednesday, the 27th of April, yes.
Yeah, and make sure you can get your tickets either the chamber office or by the electronic means, and be part of the celebration. It's a good thing to get out and do things, and it's also a good thing to recognize our community. Yeah. Robbie, I want to say thank you to you and to the chamber for doing this and making this happen, and have the best of luck when the recognition takes place.
Yeah, and thank you to you and to Shaw for airing this. This always helps, and you guys are big community supporters here as well. So anyway, thanks to both of you. It's been a thrill to be on the air with Lyle.
Okay, thank you, and that kind of wraps it up for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks to our guests for being here and sharing the information about our community. We look forward to seeing you again soon on Moose Jaw this week.